Yeah, my phone is still acting up. I can't do nothing. I've been erasing some stuff, but I'm not gonna erase anything. I notice it kind of acts up when I'm like making recording videos constantly, but that's gonna change. I am manifesting a new phone, and it's gonna happen, and sooner than I think, probably. For today, I instead of doing, I'll probably do it sometime, maybe later or something this week. I'm thinking, and I'm probably just gonna do lives. I'm still home alone, but my landlord's gonna. I think she's gonna get here tomorrow. Tomorrow I may do the live in the morning, in the event that she gets here in the afternoon later. I don't know when she's gonna be here, but once that happens, I cannot use this space anymore. I have to go back to my, and I'm fixing my room finally today. It's just a light bulb came up, and I just felt like, okay, it's time to. So I was uncovering some things, and even my LBCC graduation memorabilia that I kept. I actually, that was the only graduation in 2022 that I actually walk, and I hadn't walked in any of my graduations beyond high school. So it was a very, after like 20 years, I believe. Because I graduated in 2001. So yeah, it was bittersweet. But I planning to walk here in Claremont next year. So after all that hard work, oh my God. And that will be from my MA, my other MA. So yeah, it's kind of been, and I noticed I sketch, you guys, a really nice flower, but you can't see it because at the time I wasn't, prone to acrylic and none of that stuff, but you can still see it, but not as good. So I was like, oh, maybe I transfer it, and stuff like that. So because I cannot be in this beautiful space, it's the kitchen. This is where I have lunch and dinner or whatever, and it's a really nice area. And this is where I have this set up because I was home alone, right? But that is shortly ending. So I was like, you know what? I have this big box. Do you guys remember when I did the meeting? I believe I unboxed this, and this is not the acrylic one. This is the oil paint. The oil paint set. The oil paint was cheaper and it has less stuff than, because I believe the acrylic, and we're still not done with the acrylic. We still have to try some things on there, like the surfaces and stuff. I'm waiting to get my easel up, but I got the person now that is gonna help me. And so yeah, and in the wake of, I thought this would be interesting, in the event that we need more positive things. Hi, Ariane. Hi, Ariane. Thank you for being here. In the event that that is happening around the world, unfortunately, it's like, oh, I feel like we're back in square one where we were in 2001. Except we didn't get hit. We hit another country. But this is not politics nor here or there. I'm just gonna tell you that I'm gonna try to create this space as much as positive as possible, especially because our summer had just started. Hey, Eddie. Hi. And nice that people are here. Yay! And also, please, I am 9 people from 400 away. Hi, Bree. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for being here. We're 9 people away from 400, and every time we hit for like a, a milestone, um, yeah, I do giveaways. So this time will be 3 people. As soon as we hit the 400, I will go on live, and then um, you won't know. It will be some art items, unused, obviously, and it will be 3 people. One of them is gonna get a really nice little bag, like a mystery bag, and the other two would get one, like a couple of things, like 1 or 2 items, small, very small, and that'll be it. But we're 9 people away, so please have people subscribe and everything, and yeah, and then so that would hopefully can happen in this week actually. So yeah, so today I thought that because of the space upstairs that, it's still not done, but I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna do a lot of the work actually today. I feel good. I feel like energetic. I think that's what it was. I needed these 2 weeks, kind of like I've been actually kind of like hanging around with myself. I haven't even gone out at all. Like, it's just around my house because it's peaceful. And I think my body and I personally just needed that. So always take care of yourself. I have a friend who I met in college in Washington State, and he lives there. He was there before I got there, and he always tells me that make sure you always take care of yourself, no matter what stage or what you're doing. Like, because you can't do anything if you can't take care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, um, all of the above. So this is how my channel got, how I got here, basically, based on I was mourning the death of my mom, and I decided to put my energy into something new, exciting, that I've never done before, that and stuff like that. And that is what brought me here. That's why I call this channel Art-Alchemy, because we can alchemize and make things better for ourselves, of course. Hi, Karen. Hello. Like, oh yes, Karen. Oh yeah, yeah. Karen has she does lives too. She does some really good lives. Yeah, yeah. I had to do lives because I can't record my. I have an older phone, and it's giving me crap when it comes to, yeah, and it gives me crap when when I'm recording videos, even if I erase them after upload them, it tells me like, no, like, you um you hit your max or whatever. So I've been needing to get a new phone, but other things I had to prioritize, like a move and everything. So yeah, thank you. So yeah, we're just gonna get into this oil paint, Karen. I don't know if you, when I unboxed it earlier in this year, I bought these from Meeden. Meeden is excellent. So this was amazing, amazing deal. I think I bought this for, I kid you not, like $33. Yeah, and then in my birthday, which was in January, I got an acrylic one, and that one's a little more, but that one is like huge. It has so many surfaces. This one it has a little less, but nonetheless. So because I got the gambling palettes, two of these were actually from the acrylic set, but I hadn't bought the gambling, and then I bought the gambling a few months later. So two of these are gonna be in my one of my giveaways, and then I'm gonna actually keep as reserve the other two. But so yeah, we have a little wooden paneling. I had unboxed this, but it's been a while, so I will definitely remind you guys. These kits are so worth it because this was on sale, and I even told a friend, oil paint stuff usually like this never go on sale. This is why I've been curious, because if you are an oil painter, or even like the acrylic, I think I that set was 60 some dollars, and I think I got it for 40 something because I had a coupon from another YouTuber. But that one was like, I mean, to the max. This one was a little less, but nonetheless, it has plenty of things. So I always keep these because they're really good. This is a wood palette, and they last. I show you guys the one that I have. So it comes with that. It comes with this beautiful oil paintbrush set, 10 pieces. It has I'll show you, a liner, a fiber, round. Like I said, I have a brand new set, but you always, with oil paint, you always want to have extra or even acrylic. Why? Because they will mess up, and the solvents and the oil will actually they will eat your brushes. So wear and tear. So always have. I don't have extra oil, only the ones that I started, and I gave some away that I noticed I didn't use. But mine are usually very small, or kind of big, and I didn't have like a good set in between. So I'm really happy about this. I noticed they're a little bit firm. You'll notice that in oil paint, the brushes are a lot firmer than acrylic. They will always tell you that you can use your acrylic brushes with oil. I actually did that with a big brush, but I've noticed the oil paint, when you use it with oil paint, it does give it a little, it does become stiffer. So I decided to keep it as an oil paint brush and not anymore as acrylic. They will tell you that, but I will tell you this: don't keep them separate, because acrylic is still water based. And yeah, I would still use the acrylic brushes if you do water based media oil paint, like the water soluble oil paint, the one that you can move with water. Yeah. No, that is some. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm an oil painter, and I did take a couple classes, like in person in my local area. And trust me, Karen, I was just like, I went in a studio class because I had to choose a studio class. So I thought it was acrylic, and it wasn't. It turned out to be oil paint. But because it was the same teacher I had, he was my drawing teacher and stuff. He's very good in his trade. So I just decided to stay. But yeah, it was like my introduction. I was like terrified. This was like over 3 years ago, 4 years actually. It was in spring of 2022. Yeah, 3 years ago. So and then last fall I took a break, and then I did oil paint in my house, and I decided that I was going to invest little by little, and then I finally took the intermediate oil paint class with him this last fall that just ended, and did not end well. You could see my lives on there how it ended, but I did manage to get a lot of big. I did go big because you have 3 projects and they're big canvases. Yeah, you could try it with the oil sticks. I have a big videos on that, and I buy them. I just swatched the other day oil sticks, and you don't have to need brushes or anything. You could do it. It's in a stick. You could do it RNF and Sennelier, probably the best. It's the ones that I like both, but yeah, we have our canvas pad, 10 sheets, 100% cotton. So you always want to make sure that it's prime. It says some prime on here, but I think everything should be prime. And yeah, so we're not gonna use it. I'm just gonna swatch the paint, and then it comes. I'm just giving you a reminder because this has been a while. I mean, a disposable palette pad. This is what I mean. And if you this one comes with it, but let's just say you were a newbie or you were gifting this, they could use this on the go. And then as soon as it's like a tear, and it has a little thing, you could, and it's bleed proof, acid free, smooth coated, and it could just, it's basically a disposable palette, and it won't soak through. You just tear it and then do what you need to do, and go on about your business. I'll try it if I will watch. Oh, okay. Yeah, oil paint sticks are amazing. Now this is something that I do wanna open. It comes with, okay, I do wanna try one of these. I am gonna open it. It comes with canvas panels. They're all gesso, 3-pack, and they're all in here. And it comes with only one stretch canvas. So I am gonna use one of these panels as we speak, because oil paint takes a while to, oh Lord. This is why I didn't want to take this off, but oh well. So this is, make sure that when you use this, it's you give it a little water, because if when they put stuff, it stretches. You don't want those dimples. When you want it nice and stretch. So yeah, this is Meeden's fault for for adding. So this is, I don't know what this is. Oh, it has a little stand. Seems like it. See, when I unboxed it, I did not, like, I show you what was in here. And this is the best part, you guys. So I'm gonna use one of these panels in a minute, but this is the best part. So this one has, can you guys see it? Okay, has a really nice, already put together for you, which I plan to use this. This is the best part. This alone will cost you the same $30 just for this really nice tabletop easel. See, can you guys see it? Ooh, it says orientation, rotated back twice. Oh, I know. I know. It doesn't like it when I do that. But it's really, I'll give you, there we go. See? It's really nice. It's already built for you. People, I've heard people, and it has a thing on the back, and all you do is just pull it to the way that the stand that you want. You want it more up front, you put it there. You see on the little, it catches it right here. You can't see where my hand is. Can't see it, but right there. But it's this, like, this is the best part. So, yeah, the other one, I don't really like the other one with the acrylic. I might keep it because I think it's smaller, but this is the one that you want. This is the one that you want. See, it has the little thing right here that it catches it. That right there. So you're not building anything. It folds right into your wherever you store it, like this. See, folds right into it. It's a tabletop and it's already built for you. You don't have to. You just have to make sure that these little things, which I'm gonna do now, they send them loose for the probably for the sake that for shipping, but just tying them up and you could do it. Anybody can do that. Even your teenager can do that if you have kids. So yeah, it just folds like that in easy. It's a tabletop. So I am gonna use it in my new studio, and then it has this little thing, so you could also I think for your, and it does the same thing. You just have to tighten it. That's all. And see, I tighten it. If I want to use it higher, then I could do that. It works well. You know what? For you guys, it works well, and people, the watercolor people use this, and this is the reason that I'm like, I'm just gonna wait. This is a Meeden, as you know, as a lot of people know. It's I've been really impressed with this company. Watercolor people, which is a lot of us, they put their water pad, and then you could watercolor anywhere, and then you have a perfectly good easel. You know, you watercolor and you want the stick to run down. It has this little latch that it'll catch some of your drips and all that. You could also put like something at the bottom, like a sheet or something, that you want to catch your watercolor drips or whatever. I like it because I'm gonna demonstrate. I do a lot of, in the summer I like to, I have paint that I like to, I don't really do anything. I just kind of mix it together. Is the throwing, I don't know the forgot the right terminology for it, but it creates a mess. And I normally put a bag. I have to put a tray probably. Um, but this is really good. And like I said, this little easel alone will cost you the same amount I paid for this whole. I got it on sale, so through Amazon, but you have to watch it. I don't know if it's on sale now. I will check because it's been a while. I bought it around late January, early February, somewhere there. But this was like the best part, that I was like, oh my gosh, I was so happy that it came with that. Because like I said, the acrylic one I think is the longer version, and that one's a little bit like you have to actually build the acrylic one. So, but I was like, I'm not gonna build it because I like this one, and it's already done for you. So yeah, now we're gonna get to the best part, which is, see, I'm glad I'm doing this because I had to kind of remind you guys. I actually didn't even remember myself, um, uh, what was in here, other than I just knew it was less. Because in the acrylic one, not only was it more expensive, but that was because it gave you everything. It gave you a bunch of paint, and I've been wanting to paint with that more, with the acrylic paint. That was so nice. And I like the surfaces for the acrylic. I'm gonna use them for actually for oils. But this is what I've been, why I was curious. Not only because you get these amazing things, I only got it for $33, and you already see between the palettes and these and the surfaces, and it's already, this is probably like at a regular price, which I never buy, and I encourage you not to. Always wait for those deals. Trust me, they will come. Um, and Meeden, subscribe to Meeden website because you guys get points every time you purchase. I have one more Meeden product actually too that I bought a little, which I show you guys, but I think I'm gonna show you guys. And then the easel, it rotates and it holds two canvases, one small, one big, and I have the space for it in my new place, the next by the window, so I could open the window and work on my oil paints and every. I still have a little bit of room to put a little tiny little table if I need to, like, to keep my oil paints and stuff like that, to work on it basically. Um, but it needs to be to a window because I also like to work with like soft pastels, and that is dusty, so I also need a window. Um, but that's the big thing that I bought, and I bought it on sale through Median's website. That and the other thing that it holds a bunch of like little things. It's like a holder thing, like you could take on location, but I'm gonna use it to store stuff because I have plenty of stuff. But yeah, so that is the reason that I was curious, because oil paint is expensive. Even if it's cheap oil paint, it's expensive. I've been grateful enough that Michaels, the Artist Loft, the Winton, and people, oil painters will tell you this, to buy artist quality, but when you're learning or it's a new medium for you, why would you waste the same amount of money, on something that you might not even like? Because it has a lot of little details, a lot of setups, a lot of different things. So I always kind of look for the deals and just tell people, we'll start with see if you like, um because oil paint and oil sticks do smell like oil because they're made out of oil. But oil sticks, you don't have to use any solvents. Actually, I don't even use them at all. Um, they'll take more longer to, especially the RNF sticks to dry. The Sennelier dries faster. But you don't have to. You can use like wax, melted wax, and then put it on that. People do that actually. The encaustic. So I was curious, not only because I wanted that easel and this and all the little goodies that came in, but I wanted to try their oil paint. I was so impressed by their sets of acrylic. Um, you know, that I was like, let me try the oil paint box. Because up to now, I believe nobody and a lot of artists in the watercolor world are classically trained in oils. Like they went to, I only took in our our history course that I had to take 2 studio classes. This is how I got into oil paint, and I kept it because I loved it. I love it. It is totally different from acrylic and watercolor. Like it is the opposite of watercolor, because watercolor is from water and oil is oil. So as the saying goes, water and oil do not mix, and they do not mix. So oil, the you'll see some. Karen, have you seen my work in oil paint that I've shown on here? It's different. Even if you paint, I paint very thick in oil paint because I absolutely love that thickness and that viscosity, and it adds an extra element to my paintings. It adds like a sculpting, type of thing. This is why I love oil paint, and I never imagined that I would, you know, I never thought, first of all, I never thought I'd be an artist. Like, an art would be a hobby that I actually enjoy and encourage and inspire, be inspired by. Because like I said, I started from um, from the non-studio, which is art history, and stuff like that. And I love art history. And, from time to time, you'll see me do a video on that because I want to encourage you. Our art historians are very snobby, especially the ones outside of the U.S. Very snobby. So that's why I make those videos to kind of keep you on your toes and stuff like that. And you don't have to do documentaries. A lot of our history is based on movies and stuff. And that's when you travel outside of the U.S., it's also embedded heavily on there. This is where I kind of like, that was my first introduction when I went to Europe. And then I say, wait a minute, I already had taken one art history class, but I said, yeah, you need more because when you stand in front of the, like for example, the Eiffel Tower or these real nice old buildings in UNESCO places, you're like, wow, it's a lot more than what catches the eye. So this is why our historians are very, snobby, and they tend to give the studio artists a hard time. Is what I learned. I don't do that, but yeah. So yeah, that's how it started. But yeah, I do love oil paint. I do love getting my hands dirty and the studio, and I created this channel for that because anybody, if I did it, anybody can do it. And you just have to, don't feel that you have to choose. When you're ready to move to another medium or something, you'll know. And I like to do different things because I get bored really easily, and I like to have a lot of projects going on at the same time. Now, watercolor will always be my first love. Why? Because watercolor is easy. All you need is a brush, you need a paper towel or a rag, some water that you could get, and you could get from a recycled little thing, and then some paints, and you could get the paints. Even I've demonstrated, right, from my Crayola. Crayola is amazing, and they have some really cool products, and I even demonstrated how cheap it is, and also some vintage stuff. I have some really nice vintage watercolors that they don't make here. They're from the US, from Boston area, and they don't make them. It'll always be my first love because I love how easy it is, and how it could just gives you like it gives you a peace of mind because you could do it anywhere. If you don't even have to have one of these brushes. You could just use a water brush, and then that's it. You buy a little kit for $25 and you have everything you need to watercolor. So yeah, it's it still amazes me even after all these years, and that's why I mix a lot. The watercolor is what made me mix the other medias because I'm like, wait a minute, all these mediums, all this stuff is water based, so why don't I just mix them? And it just became fun. But oil paint is kind of like my baby. Like I don't transfer everything on oil paint. Only certain things on oil paint because oil paint is expensive. And so I wanted to try this. Just sorry, I'm giving you all this background information, but this is the reason that I wanted to try these paints because I was very impressed with the acrylic and the acrylic sets that came on the acrylic, and they feel already nice. So I wanted, and this is a pretty good set. I thought there was gonna be like 12. I didn't remember anymore. Remember, I unboxed it and then I said we're gonna look at it later. Then I found out I was going to move, and I just kept it all in the box until now because we're in summer now. Yay! So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, 24. This is a good set. They are 22 millimeters. And look, they gave you plenty of like gray pale paints, gray. Okay, we're gonna swatch these because now I'm excited, and we're gonna use one of these palettes that I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep one set, and the other set I'm gonna give away. And one of my giveaways when I hit 400. But yeah, So hopefully I didn't lose anybody with oil paint, because not everybody likes oil paint, but I love it. I love it. Here it is. I was like, wait, oh, these panels are nice. I don't know if I want to use. Okay, I did bring a little scratch of um, oil paint so we could swatch these on here. Um, these brushes are ready to go as well. Well, some of them do have some. I don't want to do. So we're gonna do the white later, because white you need to mix it. So these are bendable, which they're nice. One thing about these, when you paint with them, for mixing, you want the bendable ones. I learned to use both, but there are some cheap ones that don't bend, and um, those you just use them to paint because they're stiff, and you just kind of. But I like the bendable ones. It makes it easy. So we're going to oil paint on top of here. We'll swatch this paint. So this is the Meeden. They're non-toxic on the Meeden. It does have the AP seal, so does the acrylic. I've noticed that. This is okay. So this is portrait tone. Okay, very smooth already. This is and it gives you their half opaque. Most of these are gonna be opaque. And if you're not into mixing in oil paint, in order for you not to how do I say it? That one came out a little oily. Um, this is a good starter set. Why do I say that? Because not only is it cheap, and it's good quality stuff. These brushes, pretty good. This is the yellow. How do I say it? For oil paint, you only buy a little bit of tubes and a big, huge. You seen me buy the huge tubes of white. Because in oil paint, white is your friend. Why? Because you don't wanna you if you were to buy the colors like watercolor, you will spend thousands of dollars just buying the paint. So this is yellow ochre. So in oil paint, you actually you actually how do I say it? You mix a lot of these colors. Like I would only have half of these, and I would have to mix into the color that I want. And that's kind of the beauty of it. What I've noticed, for those of you who don't like color theory like myself, what I've noticed is the same colors that you use and that you like in watercolor and acrylic, you could move that same palette into oil. You don't have to, because you're already attracted to them. These are orange red. You don't have to like completely change. It's obviously different formulation because it's oil paint, but it is the same colors. That's what people don't tell you. You could easily transfer the same palette. Rose. So this is why I said this is already a bargain, because they gave you more than enough colors. They did the they did the oil paint they did the oil paint box just like you would do it in acrylic, which is amazing because, like I said, for them this is probably pricey too. Even though these are, um, I don't know, I don't think they're professional, because but I think they are really good. They feel, look at, they feel a lot like a good product oil paint. I've tried the Paul Rubin student grade paint, and it's pretty good. This one's actually thicker than that. Crimson red. So see, you're seeing how I'm reading. These are all the same. You're always like I always like lemon yellow. I like this for like it says portrait tone, but I don't do portraits. I like flowers and stuff like that. So for me, all of these I would use for flowers. The grays not so much, but I usually have friends and I give them away. And then they ask me about the color, brilliant purple, because then now they're interested in the specific color. But so far so good, you guys. I'm this paint, it's really nice. So after this one, I'm gonna swatch violet. Yeah, see how this one, instead of black, you would use this one, this color, for shadows and stuff, and oil paint. I when I use black, I don't really use black. I actually mix black with this or with anything else, and it gives it that oomph, but it also gives it a like a little bit of a darkness. So I did like a in the fall. I did some, and this is cerulean blue. I did poppies, and I used black, and I mix it with and I look a little darker than that because I used a lot of black, and I did a mix of black and purple. So my purple would last, and yeah, it was a little darker than that, and it looked really good, like ultramarine blue. Because when you look at it, you were wondering, is it black or is it purple? Is it black? Is it purple? So yeah, it's like that's pretty cool. And then I give it was metallic and everything, Prussian blue, a lot. It was my best. It was not my best work, but it was a lot of people did like it, like a lot. They were really impressed with the landscape and yeah. Okay, let me swatch these a little bit. So see, and in oil paint, the Prussian, the phthalos are actually inky, so they always tell you not to use them because they're not light fast. If they're not light fast and in watercolor or acrylic, they're not gonna be light fast in oils. What would happen if you use it in oil paint is that your paint will last like 5 years. It'll guarantee it, or 5 to 10 years, even 15 years. And after that it'll start like it'll start lining it up, which means you didn't use a light fast color. But that's all. But it will last longer than if you were um to use. I need also I'm gonna use this to oh I'm gonna use this. So in case you're wondering, oil paint, even if you wash it off, it will stay. It will stay in your your clothes. So I have this because it's old, but it was not that old. I mean, it was nice. I like its long sleeve. I used to like it a lot in the fall. And look, in the fall, I did this and I knew it was ruined. I washed it 3 times, and so now I'm gonna open it, slit open it, and I'm just gonna use it like a little shawl. So when I do oil paint, hey fam, how are you, girl? I'm doing oil paint, girl. And so my teacher said that it comes off. Bullshit, it does not. Excuse me, French, it does not. And I have more. I have some pants that I use around the house or anything, and people still tell me, you have paint. I said, yes, I know. It's oil paint. And one time it went so deep because I was wearing a pants that I didn't really like, but the pants was actually, this is thick compared to that fabric because it's actually old, but it looks still okay. So I used it for oil paint, and it went through the paint went through that I had it in my undies. When I got home, I was like, what in the world? I said, oh my God. So on the undies, because it seeped through the paint, on there, it did come off, but on this and other stuff, no, it did not. And people are like, didn't you see that? Yes, I saw that, but I was like, what can you do? You know? So, oh, see how I mixed that one right there? So don't do that right now because I'm lazy, you guys. I don't want to get up and get a paper towel, but I'll probably just use this. No, I don't want to use that because where's my paper? I had a paper towel in here. I think it's on the other side. So, fam, I'm swatching the Meeden oil paint box. You missed, you probably have to go back. And it has an amazing easel that I got for $33 earlier in the year. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you're here. But, so yeah. Well, let me, and I'm using one of the Meeden um, stuff. I theoretically would have done a like an actual painting. Oh shoot, see? This one makes you guys. Okay, I really do need to. I'm mixing all of these. I don't care. They're not gonna be true, but you saw them when I laid them down. They're, and then you could do that. Yeah, I need a. I got it. It had drop on the other side. This is why I'm doing it here. See, you could easily, now you don't have to use solvents to to clean your this the the knife, the palette knife, because just get a paper towel. Just make sure that it doesn't go on fire unless you use your solvents. So this is just like paint. You could just discard it in your regular. Um, it's not gonna do anything because none of these have like cadmiums in it. Um, yeah. Also, if you don't like an oil paint and you use solvents to paint it with, like the stuff that I tell you, um, you cannot throw it away. You have to leave it on the side of the curb so somebody else can recycle it. Yeah, because it will catch on fire. I found that out a while ago. So I actually recycle mine. I don't, I don't uh, literally throw it out on the curb because it cannot be thrown out if you use solvents. So it's still pretty nice. This one was the only one oily, the lemon yellow. Probably because, I don't know. But that's been the only one. But so far so good. The paints are really nice and smooth. Creamy, the way that oil paint should be. And like I said, they mix them for you, which is the best part. The best part because mixing oil paint can be a pain in the ass. It may take you the first when I used to mix, it used to take me about 30 minutes just to mix a basic 12 colors of different ranges. Now I'm a pro, but before, it will take you a minute. And you have to mix. Yes, you have to mix unless you got $300 or more that you can buy different colors of oil paint. So it's stuff that you need to decide, and then also the brand. Like I love gambling, but I also love the Blick brand, which I finished watching. And but this I wouldn't mind because it's really nice paint. Look at that, really, really, really nice paint. And student grade paint, I tend to use it on the bottom layer to cover the canvas to do like most of my work. and then I would layer it because you have to layer it anyway in oil paint. And then I would use, yeah, I actually that's the next step. I am gonna do an abstract because I love me some abstract in oil paint. But what I will do is that I'm actually going to do lay down some acrylic. But before I do that, I'm gonna lay down some acrylic modeling paste. So when I bring it to the live, like it's already dry and everything, and all I'm gonna do is layer that oil paint. But I will show you on the live on a different one how to do that. That is my new oil paint process actually. But yeah, I am gonna do just a plain abstract in a canvas because I want to use some of that oil paint that I how do I say it, that I okay, I did the blues, so we're done with the greens now. I'm not gonna do the grays because I don't like the grays. Sorry, you guys. I like the, but it does come with the good range. So, do I recommend this box? Yes. Even if it is $40, I recommend it because all this stuff, I'll guarantee you, I'll bet my money on it. If you were to buy it on its own, you would pay around $200, give or take, because everything you buy individually, they're gonna charge you taxes. Just remember that. I got it on sale for, I couldn't believe my eyes. $33 is what I paid. And like I said, only the easel costs around that price. Only the really nice easel that they put in it for you. But it's quite amazing for the price. Look for it. I'll link it when this live is over, because I got it from Amazon. And I promise you, if unless they sold out, and then yeah, because on their website this was not on there. I got it through Amazon actually, through Meeden, because I noticed their kits are different from the Meeden website and the Meeden Amazon. A lot of their really good studio stuff, it is on their Meeden website. So also, if you have, we do an oil paint. If you don't have any, let's say you don't have any of these palettes, and you have a glass, like you're a scrapbooker, you have the really nice glass surface, you can oil paint on there because it's easier. All you have to do after you're done and take, your paint. Don't throw away your oil paint. It costs money. What I do is I grab panels and everything, and I just layer it on there and just let it dry, because and you can create something nice out of it, something abstract. Because people are gonna the teachers and whoever, they used to tell me that, oh, just toss it out, and I, like a dummy, I would. But then I said to myself one day, that costs money. So I started bringing like these surfaces, the pads, and I started uh, putting the extra paint on there, and then people started doing the same thing, other students, because I was like, it costs money. Why would he tell us to throw it away? It is student grade, but I mean, I pay for that, you pay for that. And see, oil paint is always messy. I always try not to get my hands dirty, but I can't help it. It's dirty, you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Very dirty. So always wash your hands somewhere. Um, somewhere. But yeah, so this is all. Well, mostly I'm not gonna swatch. So these, the blacks and the grays and the sienna. So I don't like those. But this is a really nice set. I'm telling you. I recommend it wholly, even at $40. Even at 50, beyond 60, beyond 50, I wouldn't know. Because if you only want the paint and not the goods and the thing, it's a really good starter. And I'm telling you, this makes a really, really good gift as well. See, messy, messy, messy. This is usually what happens when I oil paint. People are like, Oh, where'd you get? I usually have it in my hair because I go like that. It's like crazy. Yeah, but it's messy. It's a messy, but it's nice. And no, this one's compared to my other, it does not smell like oil paint. Um, so if you're curious, like it doesn't have like a it unless you put it on top in your face, then you can smell the oil. But with the other ones, the professional and the student other student grades, I can smell the oil like as soon as I open the tube. With this one, you have to really like smell it, you know. So if you're sensitive to smells, this is a good set. This is a good starter set. Period. Like I said, I wholly recommend it. Um, I this is as I'm telling you, Michaels charges you around $3 for something like this, and then it has everything you would need to get started. All you would need if you're so yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm telling you, Meeden, I've been very impressed with them. Very impressed with them. But yeah, this is all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I know I talk a lot because I gave you a lot of information. But yeah, and look at the paint palette. Oh, see, it's white, and I already got, I already got. It's okay. I already got paint on it because I have paint all over my hands. But yeah, and then this is not the end. I am gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do as soon as my easel is up. I already have my person that he's gonna help me put it together. And I mean, I can figure it out, but I don't want to. Yeah, thank you, fam. And just go back, see, fam, all the goodies that comes with it that you missed, because I had forgotten. And then it comes with these 4 panels and one and then one canvas, two, one of each, one of each. The two of one set is gonna be given away. The other one is for the acrylic set, and then all these brushes. Yeah, I got it for $33. But like I said, even at 50, I will still get it. And then it has this amazing easel, tabletop easel, that is already done for you. Bam. Yeah, I demonstrated on here. But anyway, thank you, Karen. Thank you, everybody that came and everything else. Oh, we're at 52 minutes. See, this is so yeah, this is why I wanted to do it on here because I'm not gonna have a chance. And yeah, it was a steal for sure. And yeah, and see you guys on another live. Talk to you later. Take care. Bye.